Okay, welcome everyone in day three of day three of and week one of Agile Scrum BA. So let me quickly share my slide. And here we had last time talked much more thing about Agile Manifesto principle and vision values. Now let me tell you how agility in projects are important. So just to sum it up, agility is nothing but this is a an approach like last time you learned about waterfall model, you learned about software development life cycle. Agility is another smart process. So it is to prove the speed delivery. So speed delivery is the core part, continuous delivery is another core part, and small to bulk agility is encouraged in the projects. So it's not targeted to deliver a single piece of bread loaf. Example, do you remember, guys? I gave you last time, I guess. Do you remember the example of bread loaf and
Yes,
delivering it
yes.
in piece by piece? Thank you. So in the similar manner, the big large projects, bulky projects are delivered in a chunks, in a small iteration. So and that's the reason to adapt the smartness. Some certifications are there to learn more about agility in the detail, and from them few are like this PMI ACP certification. You guys can consider it to do it later on. You can also do certification for SAFe, that is Scaled Agile Framework Enterprise. We will learning about it. Then Kanban, DevOps, Scrum, and different level of types of master like Scrum Masters and all, product owner certification and developer certification. Then P4MR is there, and these are just name of the certification towards the project management and product management. And other new levels of certifications are also there to coach the team, like enterprise coach, agile leadership, Scrum advanced, and Scrum coach as well. So there are various tools using that we can experience the agility. So how many of you are already aware of some tools which advocate to agility? Any idea, guys? Anyone who knows that in agile world, in IT industry, we touch base, we uses some kind of tools? Anyone is aware of that? I think few
Not
couple of you.
really.
Okay, so Trello is one of the example, Dipti. Okay.
Okay.
So Trello, you remember you have used last time?
Yeah, for the game.
Yeah, for the game. Thank you. Thank you. And Trello is one of them. And not only Trello, like Trello, there are multiple tools like Jira, Asana, Trello, see the name, and Exosoft, Zoho, Sprint, Rick. So there are people call something as Rick model as well. So it helps in agility. Then iScrum, Taiga, Scrumpy, Handsoft, UTrack. There are n number of such tools. What I want you to do, you can take it as a home play. I don't name it as a homework, otherwise it builds up some level of stress. So you can play by signing up for free trial version. Like you can go to Trello still if you have a subscription is there for free trial version. Just go ahead and check its look and feel. And the iScrum is the another important one. You can play with that. So okay, so there you will have the understanding that how exactly these tools look like. So iScrum, I would recommend that you should be doing. Okay, you should be playing inside. Now let's understand the difference between agile and scrum. What is agile, what is scrum? So Prerna ji, would you like to take something, would you like to add something over here? Means you can just speak up about agile and scrum.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yes. So, when we go in the industry, you will often hear this word agile and scrum, and many a times they seem that they are interchangeable, like, but then knowing the difference is very important. So when you talk to someone, you know, you understand what are we you know, what are we speaking and what are they trying to convey. So if you remember in the last session, and we will go to the recap, we normally what happens for every session, we have the recap in the beginning, but for today also we have a quick brush up of agile manifesto and principles. So we've not started with the recap. We will go towards it, but before that, you know, this is a very good time where just take a moment and try to understand what these two things are. So as we studied, agile basically has a, you know, has it in its core, there is values and principle, right? So agile, we learned there are 4 manifestos, there are 12 principles. So on that basis, agile works, you know, people over processes and all that thing that we had gone through, which we'll again brush up. Whereas Scrum is a specific methodology, like, you know, agile, if you can say, agile is like an ocean, and Scrum might be one of the biggest river, which is you know, which goes to it, or which is kind of in reverse way derived from it. So by using Scrum, we implement agile. You understand? So basically, agile is a continuous, you know, circular or iterative way of development, testing. You know, this is how your SDLC works. Whereas a Scrum means it focuses mainly on delivering the software, the application, the business in the shortest, or in the what I would say, scheduled manner. So when somebody asks you, when somebody says, you know, have you worked in agile framework, you can always say yes, I have, like, you know, I had training on agile, or I have, you know, work exposure on agile. Okay, how did you implement agile? Okay, we implemented agile using Scrum methodology. So in agile there are multiple methodologies, like Scrum, Kanban, and XP, which shortly I think Gaurav will explain to you. But then we will be focusing heavily on Scrum. So to learn how to implement agile, we will understand and learn Scrum methodology. That is how we implement it. So basically, Scrum is a framework which uses agile. You get my point? Agile is the base, and how it is implemented. So using Scrum. So by using Scrum, we develop, deliver, and you know, work on complex products or applications or websites, or, you know, you name it. And then it is used in multiple markets. It's not only specific to IT, because it's a methodology, right? Even if you're working in manufacture or sales, or maybe, you know, any other industry, you know, like, there also you can use this methodology, like, because it's a way of how you work, it's a way of how you deliver. So try to understand, if I have to say, for example, for simplicity, agile can be related as mathematics. Okay, if I have to, then you can say Scrum can be algebra, Scrum can be geometry, Scrum can be trigonometry. So for example, agile is basically a platform, no, a management philosophy, or it's the concept, if I have to call it. And Scrum is a framework, Scrum is a methodology to use agile. Am I clear, guys? Because this is very important for all of you to know what is the key difference, and are they same, and what is the meaning when somebody says agile and somebody says Scrum. If you have any doubts, please ask, because this is quite important, and I really want you to get it clarity on that. Yes.
Now, would you please give us an example? An example?
Oh,
That way it will be easy,
okay.
I guess.
Okay. Okay. So we will be learning Scrum in future. So for what happens? Okay. Uh, in industry, we have to. I'll just, for simplicity's sake, I'll just give example of SDLC, software development life cycle. Earlier, we used to follow waterfall method. If you even Google waterfall, you will just get a diagram like a waterfall, like an actual waterfall flowing up to down. So earlier things were like we used to do everything, every phase in one chunk. For example, I'll give you a simple example. Uh, per se, cooking. Okay, I mean, most of you, I think, only women are there today. It's yeah. So how we work, right? When in the kitchen, how we work, we have the rice in the no, in the cooker. We are making the dal and we are cutting, the chopping the vegetables. So this is all multitasking happening. So in short, Scrum kind of works that way. All the team, it's a very simple and layman example. Don't get it like this is how industry works, just for your understanding. But earlier in SDLC, how it used to happen, okay, I'll first make rice, then I will prepare dal, then I'll prepare roti, sorry, sabzi or whatever, vegetable. So what is to happen in SDLC? We used to have first planning, then design, then development, then testing, and then final delivery. So all these things used to take place. And if there is any change, we used to have to go back, starting from planning, design. I'm just telling you in simplicity sake. Wherein in Scrum, what happens? It's you heard the word iterative, continuous. So you're continuously talking to the customer. We learned all the in manifesto. Here the emphasis on more on uh, how you achieve. So last session, we understand what is agile. We have to choose people over processes. We have to deliver, instead of having heavy documentation and stuff like that. So you tell me how to achieve that. We know these are the principles, right? These are the principles, and they're stated in agile manifesto and principles. But to implement them, to implement agile, we have to learn Scrum methodology. What is Scrum? We will tell you in detail. Scrum has a team, Scrum master, product owner, the members, developer, testers, everything. So to implement something, implement agile, we are using Scrum. Right now you might be little confused because you are not aware of what Scrum is exactly, but in coming lectures, coming sessions, we will give you clarity on that. So Dipti, as of now, you can just understand this, and this is for everybody. Priyanka, Priya. So agile is like the concept. If you have to say, agile is like a concept, and to implement that in industry, we use Scrum. There are two more other ways, but Scrum is heavily used, so we are teaching Scrum. So are we good as of now? Even if you have something in mind, park that, because when we learn Scrum, you will understand, oh, this is what Prerna was discussing, or this is what I felt, and this is how it is. So are we
Yeah.
good, or Gauravji, would you like to add something to it, please, if you
Yeah,
wish to?
sure, Prerna. So thank you so much. Very well explained. And yeah, so let me add something. And before we get into adding that, for simplicity purpose, here is something for you. I want you to literally do this with me. And what you are going to do? So we are taking a deep dive, but before taking a deep dive, I want you to do this with me. You need to model me. How you are going to model me? Just put your hands together and just shout out and tell yourself that I am an awesome learner. There is nothing impossible in this world. What others can do, and I cannot do that. I too can learn everything and anything. And once again, just give yourself high five, stating this: I am a fast learner. Have you done this with me?
Yes.
I trust you might have done this. Okay,
Yes.
Dipti was on the screen and I could see that. Thank you so much. And while you have done this, I want you to reflect on this by giving high five to people around sitting in the screen. Okay, so if you can switch on your camera, just put your palm on the lenses, patting on the lens and stating this, that you are an awesome learner. Yeah, have you done this? Now let's take a deep dive. Okay, let me tell you how many of you guys have gone to malls. When I am telling malls, what does it mean? For shopping purpose, have you gone to somewhere which is 2 3 stories building, and there you need to go to first floor or second floor and third floor, and still you have got 3 or 4 options. Let me tell you what all are those options. So here you understand that uh, getting onto the top floor, that is the, for example, third floor, is our project. Okay, and how you are going to go there is your approach, your processes. Okay, so for that we have 3 4 models. Okay, 3 4 models. For example, you can simply use the lift, you can use the escalator, you can use staircase, and you can use one more escalator which does not give you another option to step up, but it just simply give you option to stand on that stand over there. So uh, just catch the railing or something like that, and you will be pulled up on the top floor. So understand this, that these escalators and lifts are the example of Scrum, Kanban, and Scrum Burn, or XP, or something like that. What all are these things? These are the frameworks. Frameworks are defining to smoothen the processes. Okay, and to smoothen to achieve the goals. Okay, and when we are talking about achieving the goals, it means one type of escalator, how many of you have found that it has steps as well as it is auto moving? Have you seen such escalators? And there is one more escalator where there is a smooth slider type of slider type of movement, where you need to just stand. I'm sure that on airport or somewhere you might have seen that kind of moving escalator as well. Have you seen that? Can you shout out yes if you have seen that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So are you bit clearer that what exactly we refer to Scrum, Kanban, or Scrum, Kanban, or XP, or Scrum Burn? So these are simply analogy to achieve any goal. Okay, we will learn more about in deeper level that when to use what is the usage of Scrum, Kanban, or Scrum Burn, or XP, or something like that. These are called as framework. Are you with me so far? May
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So here you are quickly seeing that Agile is a continuous iteration of development and testing, because when we are developing something, we have to keep on checking that. And what is the beauty and difference between Agile and Scrum, Scrum and Kanban? Those are the framework we are going to learn about that. But let's see that in detail what exactly this thing talks about. What is Agile? Deliver incrementally instead of all at once. You guys are clear, because last time we have spoken about that. So the distinction between sprint and Scrum. So what is sprint and Scrum, that you need to know. So what you see here is chunk by chunk by chunk by chunk. Do you see this? This
Yes.
arrow? Yeah.
Pink. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
say for example, this is 2 weeks of delivery, this is 2 weeks of delivery, this is 2 weeks of delivery. So every defined time we are developing something, we are testing something, and we are giving to client something. Okay, so this is called as sprint. Sprint means duration. Okay, sprint means duration. Generally the defined duration could be vary from 1 week to 4 weeks. Okay, but to standardize this, in most of the industry, 2 weeks of 2 to 3 weeks of sprint is considered. Are you clear so far with this message, that what is sprint?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So now come back over here. So sprint and Scrum is that where I am. Yeah. So Scrum and Sprint are is that they are two linked but different terms. Scrum is a framework, as I said earlier, often used in agile methodology. Agile is the process. Why agile approach is being developed. So let me ask you this thing. Say for example, you have bought something from Amazon, okay, and Amazon is not giving you any clue where your product is, okay, and you are totally clueless what exactly happened, whether your product is going to come to you or not. You don't have any plan. You while just before purchasing, you were given the option that delivery will happen from 7 to 10 days, and you are just assuming by calculating, okay, on the 7th day I may expect. If it doesn't happen, so we'll wait till 10th day, and you may also end up waiting one more extra day, thinking that it might happen that it would have taken one day longer. However, which Amazon model would you like, where every moment you are able to track your product, where exactly it reaches? Which one, A or B? Consider the last example is B and the initial is A. A or B? Which one you would love?
B.
The B, where you know where it is at every point of time.
Exactly, because you have feedback from your vendor. Consider yourself as a customer, consider Amazon delivery process as a vendor, and you are continuously in touch with your vendor. Vendor is giving you entire tracking. That's what agile does over here in the IT with their customer. It keeps on giving you tracking where exactly we are reaching, and that's the reason, we have talked about, importance of communication over tools, or communication over documents or something like that. So that's why continuous communication is very, very important. Having said this, let me read it further. Scrum gives meetings tools and roles, while a sprint is a defined period for creating a feature. Just I have told you, okay. So Scrum consists of, in Scrum model you will learn that importance of meetings, importance of tools and roles. However, there is another framework for which we are going to take a deep dive inside from the next slide, and we will understand the difference. Okay. Now, Scrum is subject of Agile. So, so Prerna ji has just given this example about mathematics and algebra and trigonometry or something like that. It is a lightweight process framework for Agile development and the most widely used one. Why it is called as lightweight? The reason being that the more the continuous delivery happens, the more the weight gets lesser. It means you are not stressed enough that entire project has to work, entire software has to project from first beginning till the next end, from point A to point B as is, because you're delivering in chunk, that you are making sure every chunk is working as expected. And when we are integrating them together, the entire software has to work together in a proper expected manner. It is a particular set of practices that must be followed in order for a processes to be consistent with the framework. Like the Scrum processes framework requires the use of development cycles called sprint, the XP framework. XP is another framework. Like I gave you the example, to reach to the third floor in a shopping mall. So XP is another way. Using that you can go, and you have seen also in this example there are some hybrid ways as well. Do you remember that I gave you example of some hybrid approach to reach to the top floor, to reach to the third floor? Do you remember that? The hybrid example which I gave you. Is it no? Or did I lose the network connection? Hello?
No, you didn't lose.
Okay, thanks. So the
You're very
hybrid,
much audible. Yeah.
thank you. The hybrid approach was nothing where I gave you the example of steps. So steps was the skeleton which has the steps as well. Do you remember that? skeleton along with steps. You have the liberty to, you can step up every step you can take, and still skeleton is doing its own work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. So that's the hybrid approach. In the similar manner, in software, we can use the hybrid approaches. We will look at them just in a while. However, let's get inside more. Is Agile and Scrum is the same? So as I said earlier, lightweight means that the overhead of the processes is kept as small as possible to maximize the amount of productive time available for getting useful work done. So the more delivery will be continuous and in the chunks, the processes will get smoother, right? Because you have more authenticity, more command, and more understanding what exactly is going on. And when you are somewhere expecting the software to be delivered at the end, you are clueless, and you will have this thought in mind, what is happening? Few people may say, what the heck is happening? So instead, you have much more clarity and transparency, knowing that we know what exactly is happening. Yes or yes?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
A Scrum processes is distinguished from other agile processes by specific concept and practices divided into 3 categories of roles, artifacts, and time boxes. So let me tell you, Scrum processes, when it is talking, that it comes with the practices. Practices comes with roles. Roles means who is whose work will be what. We will be learning about it in detail in coming slides. Artifacts means documentation, what all the processes or documentation and how it will flow. Are you getting me? How it will flow or how it will be carried out towards submitting. Let me tell you this another example. Another example is this. Say, for example, tomorrow you are going to order a wonderful refrigerator because summer is approaching, right? And that refrigerator is very advanced and very much with the tech usage and all. And say, for example, the refrigerator is only delivered, no training was given to you, neither the user manual given to you. Okay, you are clueless exactly that, okay, what I ordered, I got delivered, but how to operate is the question mark. Yes. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Yes.
So there
Yes.
goes the importance of documentation as well. And that's the reason even consider software delivery as a product delivery. And for that, certain documentation has to be prepared. The final user manual does not just come as a final user manual. It also undergoes some kind of a different layer and different level of, quality certification, some review parameter it has to attain. And there are much more processes are involved, and that's how a product gets evolved. And with that, some these attachments, some documents and all comes up, and that's what it is referring to, artifacts. And the time boxing is very, very important. What do you understand by time boxing? Any loud guesses?
Maybe you have to deliver your sprint or that small chunk in a particular time, like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
Yeah,
something like
excellent, Dipti. Very well said. Excellent. Time box is nothing but binding time in a frozen duration. It's all about, limited time period. Okay, so limited time period, you are delivering the limited edition. So here is the Scrum process flow. So here is what there are the list of requirement yet to be finalized, but has come from where? From the client. Then it travels one planning phase. In planning phase, your entire team is sitting around and they are deciding the priority. Not necessary all this requirement will be taken up immediately. Okay, because we are learning here about sprint planning. As you know, sprint is nothing but a duration planning. So what we will be planning here, one small duration, not the entire duration, right? And in small duration, what we can achieve, small portion of this entire requirement. Yes. Are you with me
Yes,
so
yes.
far? Yeah.
Mhm.
So we are pulling up, a small requirement into the sprint planning. And once we decide the prioritization, okay, we will be delivering X, Y, Z, these three elements, then we will put inside the sprint backlog. And when we are talking about sprint backlog, some artifacts and some tools will come in. Consider them as the shelf. So here you can see the shelf, a bigger shelf. From that shelf, we are pulling something and putting in another shelf, which has to be immediately acted upon. And this will undergo some processes where your Scrum team is there. So under Scrum team, who all comes in? Your development team. So Scrum team is consisting of actually the entire team is called as development team, but still inside this team you will find some tester who will test the exact product or exact sprint. Some development team, some architects, some business analysts, scrum master, product owners. All these people will be the part of this. However, individually, product owner is separately getting attention because he has to do a lot with client. That's why it is considered as one attentive role inside the Scrum. And then development team and product owner, development team, and Scrum master, because Scrum master is the backbone, is the platform, who is ensuring that what is going and how it should be going. He is quietly abide by the Bible, which we call it as a Scrum guide, or we call it a Agile manifesto. So he's making sure that we are following every principle, every values. Okay. And this here you see what is happening during this entire 2 weeks. When sprint is about to happen, it is very, very important to undergo daily Scrum. In this daily Scrum, what exactly happens? So someone is at the door, I think is waiting, Rahul. So yeah, let me take him in. So yeah, so this exactly does what? So there is a defined time every single day for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. What exactly the Scrum Master has to ensure that three things every single person is talking about, from development team and from from testing team or BA team. They will talk about within 10 minutes, okay, 10 to 15 minutes. And that's why we also call it as a time box. So every single day that happens at decided time and at decided place. Everyone is from the project is going to meet, and they will talk what they did in last 8 hours, what they have planned to achieve in the next upcoming 8 hours, or any blocker they have experienced during from last 8 hours to upcoming 8 hours. Okay. And only this three part will be talked by every single person. The moment someone talks about the problem they experience, the urge appears as in to resolve the problem then and there. But dear Scrum Masters, if you are one aspiring Scrum Master, keep in mind that time you have to just show them team is that time up, that only these three elements has to be addressed inside this room, inside this daily Scrum. And you know what? Whatever the problem you have just now quoted, the resolution will come up in offline mode. Are you clear with this? The problem will not be prolonged, will not be discussed, because the moment we talk about problem, the urge boils up to resolve then and there. Okay, someone will say, someone try to defend or something like that, but that time is Scrum Master duty to tell the team member, okay, so this is your problem, we will talk about it offline, and then later you just set up another call with the respective SME or development team or tester team. Are you with me so far? Yes.
Yes. I just have a small question.
Yeah.
So in sprint backlog, you said that whatever they are currently going to work on will store, right? That documentation, right?
Not documentation. So see, documentation happens, but there is a different way. It is not in the similar way, like I am not sure whether you have experienced the BRD part. It's not that. So in agile processes, the documentation happens in different way. Okay. So have you ever, Dipti, created any kind of a ticket, support ticket for any kind of, online problem?
No.
No. So
No idea.
some yeah,
we
yeah.
created something, remember? But I don't know what is that called ticket?
Yeah, so in IT, when project management or tools we take up, so every single, be it requirement, be it feature, be it feedback, be it improvement, be it issue, incident, or bug or defect, every single item is called as ticket. Okay, and these all are a part of the documentation. So even we are talking about some features or some what do you call it, as a requirement that is broken into the pieces, and these pieces are created inside tickets, and it is assigned to the respective person. Okay, so
Yes.
exactly when you are seeing that there are 11 requirements, just for example, we chose only 3 requirements to deliver in this first sprint, and these 3 requirements we will keep in the attention mode. So what exactly happened, I'll be talking about some another framework that you can visualize what exactly happens. Here you understand the processes in the Scrum. Okay, so how you can visualize, I'll be talking about that. But however, did I answer your question?
Yes, for sure.
Thank you. So what exactly happens? We are here, daily Scrum. So every single day we are tracking the progress. And the moment we are tracking the progress, 2 things happen at this time. Okay. The moment you find that there is everything has been marked as done, it means you are ready to deliver or ship that increment. And when I am talking about increment, it will go in that when it will go out, this will come in, more features will be parked over here. But just before these product backlogs are sliding down, coming under another sprint planning, what exactly happens just before that? Your first increment or first sprint is delivered, is out, the Scrum Master take the responsibility to brainstorm on this delivery, discussing few factors like what did go well, what did not go well, and what did we learn out of that. Can we accommodate that learning in upcoming sprint? And this will go in incremental manner, in iterative manner, until we consume the entire product backlog item. And this is how we make sure that one software is built and delivered. Are you with me so far? Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So yes is from everyone, Priyanka and everyone.
No, Gaurav, I think I would like, could you give me an example for increment? Like that's the final, the product being made at that point. So what happens after that? Like sprint retrospective, you said, right? So it goes into iterations again and again till we get, the final working of product, right? So what do we mean by that? Could you explain one more time?
Let me quickly run it through. So I understood that there was some gap where your attention swayed up. So that's why you might have missed. So here you understand the bread loaf. Okay, the same example. Understand that in every odd slices, these are the slices. Okay, the entire bread loaf, it has been sliced. Okay,
yeah.
And in every odd slice there is a cherry, and you love the cherry a lot. Okay, and you are the product owner, and you decided whatever the cherried item or cherried slices are there, I am going to consume that first. Okay. However, you decide that there are 3 important slices, and you will pick up that what happens, there is a name of this every single slices of this entire bread loaf. Okay,
Yeah.
you pick one by one and your attention goes, this fifth one is very important, this ninth one is very important, and this third one is very important, just for example. So
Okay.
you start talking about that, you start explaining about it to your team, and you put these three slices into the plate, and you start explaining your team that how we are going to consume this. Okay.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
will say, hey, we are dividing every single three slices into three different pieces, and you have to consume this corner with your these team member. Okay, where before
Okay.
consuming you have to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that one person take the responsibility of only appreciating and only, you know, talking good about this corner of the slice, and another's responsibility is to just test it, the smaller corner of that. Okay, the
Okay.
moment he
Okay.
says okay, he will pass the plate further, and every single team member, or just call them as a teamlet,
Yeah.
teamlet, okay,
Yeah.
they are doing the same activity. And every 5 minutes you are going back and you are talking about, oh, how is the experience going on, guys? So exactly in the scrum world or agile world, what happens, 10 minutes every single day you take out and you talk about what you did in last
Yeah.
8 hours, what you are
Yeah.
planning to do in next 8 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
And did you find any difficulty, did you find some strong element which made your chewing experience a bit bitter or bit uneasy? You will talk about that, but you will not explain that. That explanation will happen um,
In another.
out of the meeting, offline.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
offline talk.
Yeah.
Now when you understand that things has been progressed well, you are now passing this plate to, say for example, just understand, in our home we do much more things for our family, and in our family, if we have children, we are more focused on giving values to our children. So understand them as a client, you are passing that plate of those cherried slices to the customer, to the children, and now
Yeah.
they are just happy for you by seeing, okay, we had requested mom that she will bring something amazing for us, and she has delivered. Now we have asked for more toys, she will be delivering that as well. So that level of confidence appear. However, what happens, these team leads involved in sprint planning, what happens, they celebrate after delivering the first increment, we will call it as increment. They will
Yeah.
go back and together meet, okay, say for
Yeah.
example 4 hours, 6 hours, or 8 hours, depending on the duration of the sprint.
Yeah.
And there they will discuss at what exactly went wrong in this entire process, what did not go wrong, what did go well, or what did not go well. And they
Okay.
will take out what learnings, and they will, once they will document the learning, they will be more attentive when they will be pulling further slices of the spread loaf.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
So
you
is,
so much, Gaurav, for
yeah,
explaining this wonderfully. Thank you.
yeah, you are welcome. So is it yes to move to next, right?
Sorry, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So, when you deliver a product in chunk, and if you realize that if everything goes right, then it's gonna get delivered smoothly. But if
Mhm.
everything is like something is wrong, then it's again goes back to the same process, or they will just fix it immediately and then they will send it to the customer. I mean, the
Mhm.
client.
Yeah, I
Wonderful
was going to
question.
ask this question as well.
Wonderful
Yes.
question. Yeah. So what exactly happens when we are doing this every single day in daily scrum? You need to understand who all are involved. Okay. So it's not only internal team. Sometimes product owners gets the responsibility. Say for example, product owner is an engine, is a plug between the development team and between the client as well. So whatever you give the report to product owner, he passes to the client as well. Client will have also their IT team, they have also their internal team, and the continuous feedback, however it is going on, client will say yes, no, green. Okay, client will say happy, unhappy, or rework. something like that. You keep on taking feedback and you will keep on reworking. You are making sure that within 2 weeks or within the decided duration, you are going to deliver something. Okay, the moment you will see that few, say for example, you decided that 3 slices we will deliver, but it may not happen that entire 3 slices becomes the rotten one or become the spoiled one. There are chances that 2 will be good. One, you found that you need to rework, you need to put more cherries on that. Okay, so that time you will communicate that, okay, we had decided to come up with the 3 slices or three features, but we are going to deliver you only 2 in this sprint. And you will pull back, or you will just take it out and put them back inside the product backlog. Okay, because it is not going to get shipped. Are you with me
Okay.
so far? Okay,
Yes, yes.
it will not come immediately in the next phase or next sprint when you are following what? Scrum. Okay.
Gaurav, I would just like to add
Yeah,
something
please,
for their
sorry.
understanding. Yes, and
Yes.
you have been talking for a very long time. Please
Yeah,
have a
thank you.
sip of water. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, first of all, a very good and practical question, I would say. See how it goes. As Gaurav was giving example of a bread loaf, we were kind of delivering 3 items at a time, and you are absolutely right that at times customer or client may not be happy with everything. I mean, they're okay with 2 items, 1 item they might reject it or they want us to rework. So what happens? There are 2 options. Okay, so as per earlier priority shared by client, they said no, these 3 points are very important. These three blood sizes are the highest priority you have to deliver. But by the time we finish the sprint and we come to an end when we deliver, their priority might have changed. So it is very dynamic in nature. So if they still have that item as a high priority, then definitely we fix it and we deliver in the upcoming sprint. Or if it is a very small change, we do it in a day or two, like that. But then if they say, hey, I did want this earlier, but now because of whatever schedule in my organization and discussions we had with our seniors, I really want you to go ahead and work on these items, so you can keep this in the backlog and we can revisit it later. So in
That
this
means
scenario,
do the requirements also change then?
see, yes, requirements also change, as in I will not use the word change, I would use the word evolve. See, when I was giving you the example of waterfall method, that was what used to happen. First of all, used to be requirement gathering, discussion, and design. So everything used to be freeze, and then go ahead, right? That was the way it worked. But in agile, because it's so dynamic, and see, when you use the words like iterative, in a circular motion, this means you keep revisiting. So yes, if you ask me, requirements change. It might not be the perfect words to use, but we can always say requirements evolve. In a very simple example would be, in an earlier per se, we have a very simple online ticket booking application. You wanted to visit some maybe Disneyland with your kids and anywhere, maybe to France. Please do not consider the corona situation. On normal other days you want to travel somewhere. So we were as a team, imagine all of us as a scrum team, we were working on that. And as it's a travel ticket booking system, it has to be flashy, eye catching. So customer says, hey, I want that button to be red instead of whatever pale yellow. So that requirement, it's a pretty easy one. You just have to change the color code and update it. This is like, on the go you can do that. So that you can very much do. But in case if customer asks for a process flow, like, hey, no, I want you to take the customers to different pages, show them the existing offers, show them the discounts we're offering, which were not earlier part or which were not discussed in detail. But that doesn't mean we brush it off. All the requirement changes or evolve, or additions are definitely discussed with your senior, your product manager, product owner, your scrum master, your higher management team, because all these requires budgeting, as in you will have to work on it. So additional resources, additional time, and you already have a specific delivery in place. So that is why agile comes in the picture, because you're constantly talking with the customer, you're constantly in communication, you keep showing them or delivering them the results. So if they have any doubts, like coming back to your question again, if they are not satisfied with something and they want us to rework it, again depends on the priority, because I've worked really in reality in industry we have worked. So many a times it happens that their priority over a couple of over the sprint changes. So if that particular third piece of bread was really important, so they would really ask us to continue that in the upcoming sprint and deliver them, because they want to have a look at it, the functionality. But if as of now the priority is not so high, they feel we can park this in the backlog and we can revisit it later when towards the end of the maybe project, not even a sprint, we can do that. So as we say, customer is the king. In that scenario, we'll always have to consider what their requirements are and then work accordingly. There is no hard and fast rule. If it's a small change, we can do it right away, in front of them, deliver and freeze it. If it's something big, it will involve some discussions. We need to check with our seniors. It would there are some applications, or there are some what I would say developments which require third party registrations, third party payment. Like when we use Google Maps to certain to explore or to utilize some of its feature, you actually have to buy some components from Google. You have to pay them the registration or the membership or whatever. So all that involves costing, right? So in those situations we do not upfront commit. You always say we'll get back to you, or you have a detailed discussion and you come back. So this was your answer regarding how we manage the change, and are there any frequent changes in how you handle that. So are you guys a little more clear? And then one more thing I just wanted to add earlier also, uh this is, we are at the beginning right now, and you will be really having ample of questions, which is very good. It is very good from the understanding point of view. But then at times if you feel you're not completely convinced, give it some time, let that sink in. Today is barely the second session on this. As we move forward in the upcoming sessions, we will give you more clarity, and that time I think on its own your some of the doubts will be cleared. If not, then definitely we are there. But give some time for all these concepts to sink in, because you probably might be listening or hearing me for the first time, or you're just trying to map it with real world or regular day-to-day scenario, so it would take time. So are we guys good? I mean, can we go ahead, or you have any more doubts, like how it is? Please go ahead.
Prerna, I have one question. Oh, sorry.
Yes, Rahul.
No,
Yes,
no,
Rahul.
Rahul, you
No,
should go
go
ahead.
ahead, go
I
ahead, go
already
ahead.
asked my question.
Okay.
All right, I'm
पहले
gonna
आप
go, Rahul.
में yeah, I
That's
was
what I
gonna
said.
say
I'm gonna go.
पहले आप में train चली जाती है. Yeah, please go ahead,
So
Deepti.
yeah, so Prerna, when the client is giving us a certain budget that he has this much amount, and then you have to finish that in that amount. So if he start increasing that, okay, he needs that and he needs that also, so the budget
Right.
will also increase, right? So then we are
Yes,
gonna
yes.
discuss that to the client directly, that okay, this is not
Yes,
possible,
yes.
or maybe something like that. Okay, okay.
No, see, as it's a business, we never say it's not possible unless it's technically not feasible. We always say, see, basically, we are in the business of earning money from the client, right? So
Mm-hmm.
whatever, if they are continuously giving requirement, is good for you, because your meter is rolling. You are
Right.
working, you are getting more and more. So you
Mm-hmm.
definitely say that I would like to we will be discussing this internally, and then we will share the costing and the requirements. Because see, whenever there is a new requirement, there are multiple things. First of all, your timelines would shift, right? Give me one second. Give me 1 second. I'm just sorry, I just had to sneeze. So
That's okay.
whenever there is new requirement,
Mm-hmm.
there are things like, first of all, the timeline, because you already have existing activities or set of functionalities to be delivered. Then second, you might want to add resources, because if the customer says no, we can't stretch the deadline, you have to give me this additional requirement in this month only, and already you have planned for this month. So your team is already engaged, so you might have to take more resources from other projects, or for resource pool. That is one. Third, the kind of requirement they have might be technically little challenging, so you might need to hire people who have that technological background or skill. That is third. And fourth, as I was telling, there are some components you need to buy, some softwares you need to register. So all that also requires funding, right? You have to buy from Google or from any other any other software company, I would say, any licenses, any registration that would be really costing you. So and these
Okay.
are just a few important things I highlighted. So all these things have to be considered, reworked upon. You have your BAs, you have your project managers, product owner, everybody, they sit and they uh, have a detailed, I would say, no, discussion on this, and then they go back to the customer stating, okay, this is definitely for a big and important, as in big requirement. So this is the
Mhm.
costing, or this is the timeline we have for your project, for your requirement. And if they agree, then we are good to go, because it just cannot happen that they keep adding things and we have to keep delivering, because it's not feasible also. Because
Mhm.
imagine right now we are like five people, we are almost five people, right? So we are
Right.
working on a project, 5 to 6 people, and then tomorrow, if a client says, no, you have to add double the work. How can we double the work with same number of people? Either you have to extend the timelines, or you have to you know uh, give additional resources. So yes, it's not that. See, as I mentioned earlier, if it is a color change, a little bit look change, where there is not much technical challenge there, or it is not a big of a task, we definitely do it for the goodwill. There are some times, to maintain the relations, to be to have a good rapport with the customers, we give some free goodies, like, or some work here and there, some adding a link, giving some functionality, some small, which will not hamper your productivity as well as your budget, right? So that is okay, that we call it free goodies, we do that. And we are supposed to, because that is how when customer feels comfortable, or they will like, oh, they are doing it for free, but you should know where to draw the line, and uh, how much to bear, because ultimately we are in a business when we cannot afford to go in the other side, losses making and stuff. So yes, does this answer your question, Dipti?
Yes, yes, of course, yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, fine. So
Thank you.
Rahul,
Thank you so
over
much.
to you. Most welcome, Dipti. Yeah, Rahul, over to you. Please go ahead.
Hi, Prerna ji. The
Hi.
product
Hi.
backlog, right, is always
Mhm.
will never be empty, right? It keeps on getting filled, right? That's what I've learned.
Yes. See, product backlog, it's actually like a repository where, first of all, it's is used for two things. When we start the Scrum, all the action items or all the requirements are placed into it. So it's like our Wikipedia, where you keep going and taking the work, or it is like a central repository when you start working from. But then, as and when we go, as and when and the requirements change, or if or if the customer wants us to rework on something, and that might have a low priority, as I mentioned right now, that again goes back to product backlog. So yes, product backlog is a continuous in and out process, wherein you keep taking something for the upcoming sprints or the current sprints, and in case something is pending, something the priority of some artifacts or some requirement changes, it again goes back to the product backlog. Yes, so that is to answer your question. So are we good? I mean, did you get what I was trying to say, or do you still have any doubts? Please go ahead.
No, I know. It's like a revolving door. Every it keeps.
Yes. Very much. So it is like a repository. So see, end of the day, we should know where we stand. So product backlog gives you that clarity. Okay, so this is what we earlier had 10 items, we delivered two, but then again we had one back from customer asking for more details. So now again we are at 9, but the reverted item has low priority, so it's sits at the bottom of the hierarchy. Then okay, next sprint we'll take 2. It's just a hypothetical example I'm giving. So it's like that. It keeps revolving, changing, priority wise, and implementation wise. Yes. So over to you, Gaurav ji. I'm sorry I took some time.
No,
No,
that's
I
Prerna,
okay.
I'm sorry, one more question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please, please,
I
please.
keep
No,
going
no,
today, I
no.
guess. So sorry.
Please, see, we are very happy. Do not apologize. The more
Yeah,
questions you use, we understand that you
you
are
are getting.
inquisitive. Yeah, you are understanding, or you have doubts. So we always encourage. Dipti, I think you were there in earlier sessions also. Please do not say sorry. If we
Okay,
have
okay,
some time constraints, we will communicate like that, and we can pass.
okay,
But now you can
okay.
go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay. So the client is giving us a project, then we are finishing that project, and then we are
Okay.
delivering that in a certain amount of time. So
Right.
then are we maintaining their website after that? Or is it a like contract based that okay that I guys are gonna maintain our website, because there is something will be
Yeah.
going on all the time, right? Some addition, some subtraction from the site.
Okay. Now there are two things to it. See what happens whenever you look at any website, right? So at the bottom of mostly the home page or every page, I think it's is the bottom line is the footer, we call it in a design term. There you have mentioned at the rate maintained by this company name. So what happens? There are two things. If you take an example of website, right? So development is one part wherein considering us, all of us, as a say Guru Schools as a company, we are given the contract or agreement for the development of the website, and as well as for its support, as you said, na maintenance, updation, changes, or look and feel, everything, database
Mm-hmm.
management. So if we have the agreement, if we have the contract for support also, then definitely we will continue. It's called post production support or support, ongoing support. That is again contractual, 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, depends on how many years. Second thing can be we are only developing the website, and the support or the maintenance is might be done by their IT team, or they might give the maintenance to some other company also as well. So it is purely on contractual and basis how they are going ahead. But generally it's 50-50 actually. Mostly
Mm-hmm.
companies give maintenance to the company which developed, because they are very well versed with the code and the overall understanding. But at times definitely the development is done by specific companies, and support is given to some companies which are specialized in support, or I don't know which companies have long term relationships with the client, so stuff like that. So there's a lot of permutations and combination, but definitely a good question again. So if it is with us, we are good to go. We already know how the system works, so it's comfortable for customers and as well. But
Mm-hmm.
if imagine if you're charging more, so they might go to some competitive who would charge
Right.
less. So it's again budget.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
plain. It's plain day to day working, like how we get groceries, and or you go to Walmart or you go to D-Mart, where you get the competitive, or you buy
Mm-hmm.
online. So it's as simple as that. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So are we good?
Thank you. Yes. Thank you,
Most
Prerna.
welcome. Yes, yes, yes. Gauravji, over to you. Yes.
Thank you so much, Prerna ji, and thank you so much for adding so much of value through the examples. So, guys, understand this thing. Agile itself means responding to change which is evolving. That's number one. Number two is this repository which Prerna ji has told, product backlog, will be up with you until the project gets over, and that's the reason it is never ever empty. Okay, so that was the second. Third is this, let's move towards and remember one very important thing which reminded me from Dipti. So when you were asking about the budget and change and all, so these are responsibility of product manager or product owner or project manager. Okay, so these are their headache. They will undergo change management or budget management or something. So our development team has to not to worry about them. Okay, so that was one message I just wanted to share with you. So let's move further and talk about Scrum value. So Scrum values, we have seen the principles and values as well, but in bullet point you should be knowing the four or five important no, these are four important values only: courage, focus, commitment, respect, and openness. So these are five important
Fine.
values. Yeah, five important values. So in July 2016 the Scrum values were added to Scrum guide. Okay, so let's quickly see what these denote. Courage means, since I have talked yesterday, and this slide has been taken directly from Scrum organization. Scrum organization has the website scrum.org, and it has been taken from there. Courage, as we have known about, the Scrum team has to be self-organizing and cross-functional. When we are talking about self-organizing, it means that when we are doing some planning, there is no one anyone's boss. Okay, and that's the reason it is given a courage for you to become a Scrum team member. You need to just volunteer yourself, and you should be courageous enough to volunteer yourself, stating that, hey, I can take up that feature, either to test, either to design, or either to talk about it, or either to document it, or something like that. So that's the courage. Okay, and along with that, the courage also defines that you are ready for the feedback to receive, or you are courageous enough to share the feedback as well. Second one is important, is called as focus. Everyone focuses on the work of the sprint and the goals of the Scrum team. And here the Scrum Master roles comes in the picture, that he ensures that he keeps on removing all the impediments coming on way, which is diverting you from your goal, and so that you can keep on focusing on the current sprint. The third one is very important, which calls as commitment. Like, we are committed to you, we are committed for you. Every single day which are assigned for this project, which we call it as a teaching or learning or something like that, so we are there for you to support till you get placed. So that is the level of commitment is expected from you, and that's people personally commit to achieve the goals of Scrum team. You are so much aspired to achieve that you are committed enough, you are personally tracking your own progress. The respect is very much important when feedback is being shared or received, and some opinion is being added, so you are ready enough and you are respecting other person's view as well. So Scrum team member respect each other to be capable, independent, to be capable and to be independent people. The fourth one is you should be open enough to receive the feedback as well. Not only that, the Scrum team and its stakeholders agreed to be open about all the work and the challenges with performing the work. Okay, so this is the feedback loop. Okay, every time you are interacting with the client, product owner is the gateway through which the entire communication releases, gets in, get out, or something like that. And during that time, you are open to adapt the change. Okay, so that's what. And we are going to more discuss about Scrum and Kanban, that is coming next. So before we get into that, understand the benefits of the Scrum. It increases the quality of the deliverables. What is deliverable? The smaller chunk of piece which you are delivering. Okay, you are shipping every single sprint, so it has to be quality focused. It copes better with the change and expect the changes. When we are talking about, as I said, that responding to change is the what? Responding to change is agile. So, and especially when you are business analyst, the change or the new shift in the requirement or new change in the requirement, you should be happy enough because the work is coming on your way. And in case you don't have work, then what is going to happen? So you are worried about your work, about to getting out of the project, getting out of the organization or something like that. So always be happy whenever the changes appears, or you can sense some change, and you can suggest it to the client as well, so that if they sense the requirement or urge of having it, they will pay you to make it. Okay, So that one was the another one. So provide better estimate while spending less time creating them. So always talk about your experience for estimating. So we will more talk about estimation in the later coming days, how to estimate, how to sense the estimation and the base to estimate. The fourth one is be more in control of the project schedule and state. So state is to do, in progress, and done, something like that. It keeps on changing your every single piece of the project, so the project should be in your control. Okay, so that's another one. The another slide is talking about more in detail that it has to be win for customer, win for you as a development team, and win for the scrum master as well. So customer is more responsive to request. If you are seeking for some more lights on some requirement, so customer should be responsible enough to provide you more details. High value features. So first what happens, we will take consideration into whatever the highest priority stuff, delivered more quickly with short cycle. So when we are dealing with customer, we have to make sure that third pointer has been taken care of. Okay, short cycles, which we are calling it as a sprint. So that was one important thing. What is the benefit for development teams? So they enjoy development work. Enjoyment is very, very, very and very essential. Are you loving, are you enjoying this learning, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so enjoyment is the key, and that's why you need to keep on celebrating. Okay, every single win, every single sprint, and work is valued and used, and we are also valuing our learning. Understand, this learning is as a project, and we are valuing every single question, and we are also telling you when we can answer them. Reduce non-productive work. We are trying to reduce it, and we are trying to kickstart at time and in time. Okay, so that's the thing. Scrum master, for a scrum master, what is important? Planning and task level tracking in daily meetings. So every single meeting, he is much more careful about their team. He has to protect his team. He is also known as a servant leader. So we have given an example about scrum master in the past, about he has to be a servant leader. We will talk more about his role in coming days, so just have patience till then. So and another one is tremendous awareness of project state and status. If you are the scrum master, you should be really, really knowing every feature on your fingertip. Where are they? What is their color? Color could be red, green, or amber. So it should be in your visibility. So another stuff is this: catching and addressing issue quickly. But there is something more. When we are talking about only customer development and scrum master, there are more involved people, are product owner, PMOs, and vendors. So for vendor focus development on high value features, the same thing will come from what you have seen for client. Then are you getting so far? Means these are the people who are involved in any project: customer development team, scrum master, and vendor product owner, and PMOs. PMOs means higher authority. They should be knowing my which project of in my organization is going what phase. Are you clear?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So vendor will have the similar value, similar benefit as well. So when we talk about product owner, so he has to make sure, why it is moving away. So he has to make sure, and he has to sense this benefit, that development work aligns with customer needs, and frequent opportunities to reprioritize work, which happens in sprint planning. Maximum delivery of value. Value is the key. I kept on talking about values. Do you remember last time when we have spoken about value? Your value towards the company. It has to, I gave you the example of banking. Do you remember that? Priyanka, and Dipti and Priya, Rahul, do you remember, guys? Importance of value, I have
Yes.
spoken to you. Yeah.
Mhm.
So just keep that in mind. So that's it. Till benefits of agile, I think. Prerna ji, would you want to add something, or we can move?
No, Gaurav ji, I think the lot to digest. So I think we are very available
Yes.
to go
So
ahead.
I'm just checking what is on the way. So we had discussed this 4 values already, and principle as well, 12 principles. And yeah, we had discussed that. So only the thing is what, there is some assignment on the way. So I just wanted to tell them. So assignment is this, that you have to go ahead to icecream.com, icecream.com. Would you remember this?
Yeah, let us write that down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have taken notes. Everyone has taken notes. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. If all of you have taken notes, then till now, whatever the information comes on your way, did you love it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you really loved it, then I want you to declare this and act upon it, how you are going to do this. Just give another camera high five stating that I love it. I love it. Okay, just give me a
I
camera.
love it. I love it.
Love it.
I love it.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
sorry,
you.
my
love
camera
it.
is not working so
That's
well. So
okay.
that's why I
That's
have
okay.
to-
That's okay. But I assume and I believe and I trust that you have done so. Yeah, because this is very, very important. You know why we do some physical movement? Because physical movement has to do something with your psychology. So I call it in one line is your physiology creates your psychology, creates your success. And that's why some small element of movement is necessary even while you're sitting. So any questions so far, guys? We have almost wrapped up today's plan. From
No,
to
I'm
me or
good.
to Prerna ji, to anyone?
Gaurav, I have one question.
Yes,
It's
Priyanka.
not actually very, related to what we did. It's like a very holistic question. Like, as a BA, like, when you talk about the role of a BA, so does he come in the Scrum team, like his roles or his, scope of, does he come into Scrum team, or is it a part of, the client and product owner side?
See, the BA and everyone is the part of the client. Okay. However, BA is understand that he is the backbone. Okay.
Okay.
BA is the backbone, and understand Agile is nothing but the platform. So, so backbone is something, it will be used in every single activity. Okay. So even product owner has to take some decision. He may leverage his expertise for his benefit, not personal benefit, for project benefit. So in case he is visiting client, he may ask the SME or business analyst, hey, please accompany me. So everyone BAs are demanded. Okay. So that's how it is.
And
Okay.
along with Priyanka's question, Gaurav, so are there going to be more than one BAs
Yes, we can
on
have
one project?
Yes, we can have more than one BA. We can have senior BAs, we can have junior BA, associate BAs, or generally in some companies they are called as analyst, only different type of analyst. Okay, they are also called as consultants or something like that. So their job is just to consult and provide the consultancy services. Okay, so this is how it is. Anything else, guys? To any question to me or Prerna ji, you can feel free to ask.
Yeah, Gaurav, one more question.
Yeah,
so
Priyanka.
after we go to icecrum.com, so after that, what do we how do we proceed?
Okay, so go to icecrum.com, try to just play with it, try to understand what is there inside. So if you have not gone inside, so tomorrow or coming day, we are going to talk about Kanban. Okay, Scrum and Kanban, the difference between that. So you remember that I gave you the example of steps, glitter, and lift and all. So Kanban, Scrum, and XP, we are going to talk about that. So when you will undergo this iScrum or some Trello or some Jira, Asana or something like that. These are something about your activity management system. Okay. So
Okay.
you say activity management, project management, or feature management, whatever. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So how it happens inside this iScrum.com or Jira.com or somewhere. So you will have this sense so that when you'll come back, you will have a more better clarity. So just play
Okay.
around, play with it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Any another question to me or Prernaji? I will think it as no. So Prernaji, would you like to add something over here, because we have come to the end almost?
Gauravji, as always, I'll just recommend and advise everyone to revisit this video once it's uploaded, because we have discussed a lot of things, many different examples, starting with the bread loaf to elevator, to actually how it works in the industry. So while discussions, it definitely happens that we overlook some of the points because we are in the thinking process, or we are just focusing on some particular area.
Mhm.
So it will be really great, all of you, if you could watch this video again.
Yeah.
Increase the speed if you want to. You can do it while cooking, gardening, anything. But just if you listen it at least one more time, it will give you a lot of clarity, and as well as some more doubts, which we will be happy to cater to in the next session. So yes, it's my only emphasis is on we have discussed very important concepts and very good doubts, I must say, thanks to all of you. So again, revise it at least once, whichever way comfortable for you, so you will all have a better understanding.
Yeah.
Yes, Gauravji, I'm
Yeah.
done for
And
now.
guys, one more important thing. If your target is to getting placed into IT companies, I would once again recommend you to go through Earl Nightingale talk, for which I have shared with you the URL, the YouTube link. Always try to consume that thrice in a week. If it is not possible or at all, at least commit for once in a week. And I will talk about it more in detail later on, how it is going to help you. But is it yeses from you guys? Are you going to do this? I know that few of you are already doing it, and if you're not, just give me yes
Sure,
that
yeah.
you are going to do this
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
single
Yes.
day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you will not even realize how it is going to add power and energy and productivity in your life. Okay. So if you can
Yes.
direct these things to your loved ones, like your children, from now on, you can sense the level of success your kid will start experiencing from his early age. That is going to be phenomenal, because this alone track has brought a lot of transformation in many life in the USA. It has made multi millionaire in the USA alone during 1900s. Okay, during 1906. And now it is impacting in India as well, and that's why this is my recommendation to you. You will sense its impact. So we have come to the end, and thank you so much. I would like you to call out one word from today's learning. What you have to tell about this? What is one word coming in your mind? So I was talking to whom? So I could sense that Dipti was acknowledging. Thank you, Dipti. Yeah, please go ahead and just um, tell one word which is in your mind coming right away.
For me, it was very informative and I truly enjoyed today's session. Thank you so much to both of you. Thank you.
Yeah, call out someone's name, please.
Rahul?
Rahul. Rahul, may I have your attention, please? Could you? Yeah.
Informative and thought-provoking.
Okay. Call out someone's name, please.
Priyanka.
Priyanka.
Yeah. Thank you, Rahul. I think it was informative and detailed into the various processes that goes into play. I think so.
Call out someone's name, Priyanka.
Priya.
Priya.
Yeah, thank you, Priyanka. Yes, just like the others added, I would like to say it was very informative, and I feel like we're getting there.
Call out someone's name, please.
Prerna ji.
Prerna ji.
Yes, I would say say interesting. Yes. Over to you, Guruji.
Thank you. Excellent, and more energy and power to you. So that's it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care. We'll see you on Wednesday. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. Good night, everyone, and good day to you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Good night to
thank
you.
you. Good night and good day.
Yeah.
All right.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, and good night.